Hello, everybody, and welcome to our 2017 Worlds Preview. We are here, we are live, we are drinking, and we are getting ready to talk all about the World Championships. I'm Megan. You can find me on Twitter at DadeMegan.
You can find me at M as in EM, short for Emily, _Wellness. Find us and stalk us on Twitter. We would love if you did.
What are you thinking is going to happen in dance? Really, let's be honest. There are like two teams that are gonna win. Who's your pick to win and why?
You know, I would say Virtue and Moyer. They have two great programs. We'll get into my feelings on their short dance music later in the program.
Let's talk. Hold on. Let's talk about this. Okay, you guys, if you follow Emily on Twitter, and if you haven't already and do, you'll see this soon. Emily has a very important message, a very important PSA about these short dance choices this season. And she has data. She has stats. So Emily, hit us. What do you got?
Well, I'm just going to start by saying Canadian dance teams, both Prince and Michael Jackson, are not hip-hop artists, okay? Now, I feel like there's been some grumblings and people read my stuff on the judges table and it's like, yes, I know the music is kind of about the beats per minute and blah, blah, blah. So yes, you can make any song into hip-hop by adjusting the beats and all of that, and that's fine. But me, I know, like, with all my cows in the background and, you know, my little, like, small town Minnesota life, I may not strike you as the world's biggest hip hop fan, but I am. I mean, I love, love, love hip hop. I mean, like, original hip hop, rap, you know, Wu-Tang Clan, they are my pick. Like, why didn't anybody do a short dance to Wu-Tang Clan? I'm very bothered by the teams that are like, oh, we're doing hip hop. And it's, like, not hip hop. You know, it's just like a song that they've added a strong beat to, and they're calling it hip hop. And like I said, Virtue Moyer, their short dance is so fun. They're fabulous. Her costume confuses me, whatever.
Purple, what more do you want? Of course it's Prince. It had to be purple.
Okay, but it's the wrong shade of purple. And as like the resident Minnesotan here, and Amber, if you're watching this, I know you will agree. It's not the right shade of purple. Same with Yuzuru Hanyu. Wrong shade of purple. That's why it's ugly and doesn't work. I'm just saying.
Have data on like who's is actually hip hop?
So I don't have data yet, but coming soon at Worlds, I have created a chart in which I will track every dance team, and I will be marking down if they say they are performing hip hop, and then I will also be marking if it actually is in fact hip hop. And by hip hop, I mean either it comes from an artist that is designated in the hip hop genre, or upon an internet search, I usually use Wikipedia, you know, grown if you must. It will tell you if a specific song, which genre it belongs in. So, and then I also will have a notes section, and then that will be available for all of you to look at. So my comments, you know, I can't think of it right. I can't think of their names, but the Korean team, like they do K-pop. And I mean, I would kind of call that a question mark. You know, just because I'm not a K-pop fan. I know, boo on me, but yeah. So I'm like I'm not sure how I would classify that. Like it does have a hip hop beat, and I think it works, but it's like it's not true hip hop. But I'd probably give them a pass, right? So yeah, coming soon. Watch for that. I'll give you the public link when the short dance is going on, so you can kind of follow along with what I'm filling in.
Oh, perfect. See, people, you can't put anything by us. No. We have facts and data and stats and things and spreadsheets that are organized. So,
and watch for the hashtag not hip hop.
Oh, follow along with us, everybody. So, although I agree, Virtue and Moyer's short dance is not hip hop, I have to say that their short dance is my favorite of the season. Like by far, my favorite. I think it's the beginning moves from the beginning. She's just selling it. Let's be honest, I never look at Scott, whatever he's doing, until he messes up his twizzles. Sorry, Scott. Until you mess up your twizzles, I don't notice you at all. I'm staring at her. So I'm 100% going to say Virtue and Moyer will win, followed by Papadakis and Cicerone. They've had a rough year.
I'm not I'm not blown away by either of their programs, their short program especially, and they've kind of retooled it a little and got the new costumes, and that helped some, but and I'm like, I still personally blame them for all that like Europeans drama with Anna and Luca, and I mean, who knows what really happened? And if it wasn't back then, like, it's just so bratty that I was kind of just disappointed by it all, and they just kind of had a bad attitude, it seemed like, during all of Europeans. And we've talked about with the pairs, like, going out of your comfort zone and how that sometimes can hurt you, but with them it's just like, yes, you're so strong in what you do and it's very beautiful, but when you're competing against somebody like Virtue and Moyer, who are coming out with just these new fresh things, like they always look different and they always have different ideas, I mean, you're not going to compete with that. You're not going to beat that unless, Tessa and Scott like both fall on their butts, which I highly doubt. Knock on wood, they don't. So
that's the one thing I did write down. I was like, Tessa and Scott are a little less consistent, right? I mean, Guillaume and Gabriella have had a little bit more issues this year being clean at times, but Tessa and Scott, like, you always white knuckle, right? They're twizzling and you're like, you're waiting, like, oh God. However, let's talk about someone who is very consistent and also uses real hip hop, the Shibatanis. Jay-Z is in fact hip hop. And I think the greatest thing about Maya and Alex is that they are consistent. Competition after competition after competition, they have the best twizzles. I'm sorry, no one has the twizzles that are as synchronized as theirs are. And every time they are. So I think they'll finish in third strongly. Maybe a Chalk and Bates, maybe Anna and Luca, but after the Shibs look so strong at Four Continents, I'm picking them for bronze. Probably Chalk and Bates for fourth. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, we've seen Chalk and Bates can beat them in the free. I mean, the Shibutani is like what carries them through in competitions is going to be their short dance. And I mean, it's, you said Tessa and Scott's was your favorite short dance of the season. Mine is Maya and Alex's, hands down. I mean, real hip hop, yay. Real and really good hip hop choreography. Some teams struggle with it a little bit, or it's just, you can tell they're really uncomfortable. Whereas with Maya and Alex, like, it's so obvious they were in a studio working with a choreographer, like, figured out, I mean, everything, the shoulder movements, it's like the sharp elbows, it's all perfect. And so I think if they can put together another really strong short dance, which I'm confident they will, and, a nice, clean, well put together free dance, there's no reason they shouldn't be bronze. And yes, I think Chalk and Bates are, their biggest competition, even as we saw just at nationals. And their short dance is great. It's fun. Bad to the bone.
Hold on. No, wait. Is it
what?
Great? Is it? It's bad to the bone. Is it great?
Okay. They work okay with the questionable music choices they have, right?
Okay.
So,
I mean, I'll go with that. I mean, Maddie Chalk is just disgustingly gorgeous. I mean, she's so beautiful.
Right.
So you stare at her. Sorry, Evan, nobody cares. We're looking at Maddie. They sell it, but bad to the bone makes me think of my dad.
Well, it's like, and the bad to the bone mixed with Uptown Funk, like, I'm just not. And Uptown Funk, also not hip hop.
Oh, also.
Whatever, I guess. But they're free dance. Holy crap. It has just gotten better and better. Love that they switched costumes to more of the like David Bowie like Ziggy Stardust look.
Really?
Love them. Oh, I love them. They're great.
Okay, people, you have to know a few things about Emily and I. So we disagree on very few things, okay? One of them is ketchup. Ketchup is amazing. Don't listen to her. It's gross. And then obviously we have a little bit of a regional battle with soda versus pop.
It's pop. It's pop. You guys call it pop. Because what does it do when you open the can? It pops.
Oh, Jesus. And apparently these costumes are the other thing we don't agree on. I liked the black ones better. I liked the one shoulder, and I don't know, I liked the black better.
But the new one has the one shoulder and like and the long sleeve. And
I know, but I feel like the purple is a little like Vegas casino for me.
No. See, I like it because it's much more like, you know, theatrical, and like what was David Bowie, like theatrical, right? Especially when he was doing the Ziggy Stardust, you know, and it's like, and that's what those costumes are an homage to, at least in my mind. So I like love that. I really like them. I didn't know you didn't like them. I really like them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, are they terrible? Like, I've seen worse. And I do understand what you're saying, where you're coming from, that they are a little more David Bowie-esque, but.
Yeah, very like alter ego, and I'm really into that whole thing. But speaking of American Dance teens with mid-season costume changes.
Yes.
Madison Hubble and Zachary Donahue.
Breaking our hearts with that free dance.
Oh.
Love the free dance. It's the most gorgeous thing. I honestly, like, not that they would do this, but if they next season skated to their short dance from last season and the free dance from this season, if you could just do a whole season of like heartbreak and tears and drama and the crying and the, yes, just give us that. What the hell is that short dance? I can't. I mean, I do think that the second costumes are better. She kind of looks like a butterfly, but I like the bodysuit. The music cuts are just.
You know, they get a few points for me because they do actual hip hop. I think they do a little too much actual hip hop.
They do every hip hop. That's the problem.
Right. And I love that it's like an homage really to like the hip hop that really built the genre, and that a lot of people really recognize, you know, really the mainstream hip hop. And I don't say mainstream in a bad way. But yeah, it's just like so much that when I'm watching them, I find myself focusing so much on the music and not on their performance, that it's like, you know, when they do some of their fun little like, you know, they also have some okay hip hop choreo, and they do the little like hammer shuffle, right? And that's good, but it's just like so much of that short dance I just don't remember because I'm so focused on the music. And it's like the music should complement what you're doing, not take away from it, as we've already discussed.
So if we think about, okay, so we said Virtue and Moyer, Papadakis and Cicerone, Chalk and Bates, or no, I'm sorry, Shibatani and Shibatani, Chalk and Bates. Love to see Hubble and Donahue in fifth. And that would take a lot. That means beating Anna and Luca, which I like Anna and Luca, but their programs are the exact same programs they've skated to for the last 4 years. And they've kind of seen less and less return on giving the judges the same thing. So I think that they can do that. Then, of course, there's Bobrova and Soloviev, the Russians. The judges seem to love them. I don't get it. A lot of my timeline doesn't really get it. Do you get it? Do you get the impact?
I don't get it. You know, as Megan and I have discussed before, you know, hats off to them for that like Christina trash short dance music.
I love the music.
I know, so do I, but it's so like, why are you skating to this? I don't know. And I think her costume is just like way too slutty. Like, I get she's going for like a sultry vibe, but I don't get sultry. I get slutty. And like her hair and her makeup is always really good, but the dress, it's just like if the skirt was a little longer, I don't know. I can see why the judges like them. I don't think that they're lacking for talent. They're just not my favorite. Like, I don't love their style, you know, similar with Gabriella, you know, and oh, you know, the hot one. I always forget.
Guillaume.
I know, and it's like I never say his first name. You know, I don't know. I want to go back really quick to Anna and Luca. You're right. They do the same thing every time. They always have those cheesy, fantastic smiles, which I am like so here for. I think it's great. The only face they do is smiling at the judges, and I'm actually okay with it, right? And obviously, again, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that like my favorite all-time movie is Disney's 101 Dalmatians, like the original 1961 animated version. And Hannah and Luca's short dance costumes like are straight like from a 101 Dalmatians movie. So like they get like +3 GOE on costumes for me, just like fabulous.
Oh, I think I would put, I really want to see Hubble and Donahue in fifth. I think they're better skaters. So Hubble and Donahue, then I think Bobrova and Soloviev, just based on their marks, they're going to get in there. And then you're looking at Anna and Luca. And then we still haven't even talked about the other Canadian teams, as you alluded to, Weaver and Poirier and Gillis and Poirier. And I have to say, if there's one upset that I think is going to happen in the oh so predictable world of dance, we might be seeing Gillis and Poirier finish ahead of Weaver and Poirier. It was really close at Four Continents, really close. And you know what? The interesting thing about Gillis and Poirier is they were always the weird team, right? They were the ones that had that free dance last year, and she had that edgy outfit, but you were sitting there going, what's happening? What are you interpreting? What should I be seeing? And then this year, they went with programs that make more sense. The short dance is cheesy, mind you. It's cheesy. But they do it so well. I'm going to go and say that Gillis and Poirier will finish ahead of Weaver and Poirier. What do you think?
I 100% agree. And I know there's a lot of people that love Weaver and Poirier. I love them too. I think they're great. You know, Caitlin is gorgeous, and her costumes last year, I still like drool over them. You know, they're fabulous. And yeah, I just think this year, I wouldn't say that what they're doing isn't working. I would just say that maybe they're not there yet. Right?
Okay. Like, what about the Michael Jackson?
Okay, obviously Michael Jackson is not hip hop. The man is called the king of pop, right? Like, and I wish she wore pants for that short dance. Like,
oh, see, I like the shorts. I like her costume. I like the low cut suit. I like the fake necklace.
Yeah. See, and I love the blazer, but just with like a cigarette pant type look, I just think it would really drive it home for me. But getting back, to these Canadian pairs and a potential shakeup, I mean, I just love Piper and Paul. I just love them, right? Like, I just remember crying tears of joy last year at Worlds when they, took that huge risk, revamped their Beatles short dance, killed it. I still watch that program, probably weekly. Nice. I mean, I just love them, and it was so fun to watch them have that big breakthrough. And now they've come out this year with these huge dances. I mean, kind of quirky, and they make interesting choices, and that's what makes them so fun to watch. And it's been really disappointing in their past few competitions. They've had some kind of silly mistakes in their short dance and the falls, and and so I'm hoping they can just come here and have a really strong, clean short that will set them up. Their free dance, this Argentine tango.
In blue, I applaud the blue. I'm sorry. If I have to see one more Latin-themed program with black and red, I will scream. I will scream. Just wait. I think next year for the Olympics, what is it, the Roomba? That's the...
Yeah, it's a lot of different, like it's several Latin dances. Like I think they can do a cha-cha or Roomba or a samba maybe. Yeah. I know some people thought it was a little risky of them to do kind of a Latin flared dance, just knowing that next season, it's part of the short dance and that. But I mean, I think they'll be able to totally move away from what they've done in this free to come up with something totally new and fresh for their short. And, I know this is going to be controversial. So you might need to put like a warning up, Megan.
Ooh,
I love Paul's mustache. I love the mustache, you guys, and I'm so proud to admit it. It works, like, right? Because that whole 70s vibe in the short, and then I think just with that Latin, when he does the slick back hair, like, I just think it works. He looks a little bit, like, Addams Family-esque, but I like it, Like, I think it gives that little extra edge to their free, and just...
Does husband have a mustache?
Yes. My husband just doesn't have a mustache. He has like a full beard. So yes, Hubs has a mustache included in that. So yeah, I really don't mind facial hair. I know some people are kind of against it, but just like, and two, I think I like it because it's so outrageous and like just
it's the afro in the short. It's right. It's the afro. Like his commitment to these programs is like A++. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Nobody else grows facial hair.
Right, because he's one of few, like looking at any of the events done in tandem, so either pairs or dance, right? Like your eye is usually drawn to the girl and you only watch the girl. And I mean, in dance, like I watch Alex Shibutani and I watch Paul Poirier. Like they are so fun to watch, really,
Yes.
truly. So it's like, yeah, so my eye is drawn to him just as much as her. Maybe because of the mustache. I don't know, but
The mustache works. We like it. Everyone grow mustaches. It'll be great. Anybody else in dance that we want to mention that we haven't talked about yet?
yes, I want to throw out a really special mention to the Japanese team, Kana and Chris. So Muramoto and Reed. I absolutely love them. I find them so charming and adorable. Love their short. They have those fun, like purple and yellow costumes. And I know that not everybody loves them. Chris's jacket is, something. Obviously, Japan, not really known for dance, right? A lot of their focus is on the singles disciplines. They're so wonderful. I would love to see them go in the top 10 here. They worked so hard. And also, I think Chris Reed looks like a Japanese version of Adam Driver. If you don't know who Adam Driver is, he's on Girls on HBO, and he's also Kylo Ren in Star Wars. Or just Google Adam Driver, and you'll compare him to Chris Reed. And
Don't
be like,
worry, people. I'll put him on the screen. I'll put him on the screen.
Yeah.
Agree.
So I wanted to give them a shout out because I'm so charmed by them. I just think they're so cute. And if you remember, Megan and I were at Skate America, and in the exhibition, they kind of had a little snafu with their music. And they were both just like laughing that it went wrong. And, Chris like skates over to the music people and was like, oh no, like, can you go back and do this? And like, they were just so relaxed and, and obviously as the exhibition, so pressure's off, but still, I think some people would maybe be kind of frazzled by it, and they were just like, oh, whatever, and just had such a cute attitude about it. So yes, go Kana and Chris. I would love, love, love to see them in the top 10.
Yay!
And that's not all, folks. Make sure you stay tuned to see our previews from the other 3 disciplines, as well as some fun games you can play along with us. Thank you so much for watching.